Welcome to the Horr-Gasm podcast, the show where the serial killer isn't coming for you, you're coming for them. I'm Nick, this is my co-host Allie.
Hi everybody.
Thank you for joining us wherever you are.
Yay!
Ready to pay it back?
Thank you.
Because I thought you said you needed it.
I don't.
Well, I'll take it back then.
Yeah, you better. I just stole your paper. Just to keep track and because I print out blanks.
Oh, we did the old switcheroo.
I did.
I thought there was just one paper.
No.
Oh, well, whatever.
There's a few.
That's fine. That's cool.
Well, it's quite an exciting week. Where are we now? We're in February now, right?
Yes.
Jeez Louise. 2020.
Yep.
When did this happen?
End of last year.
Oh, this year's already going fast. Jeez. I don't know how.
And we started this in, what? We did the rough...
Well, we started kind of in September.
Late August.
Was it August
I think it was
already?
late August. We started the talk.
Oh my gosh.
It took us a month to buy shit,
Yep.
prep.
Yep.
How are we going to do this? Went through some unused openings and closings. Like, it's evolved.
It did.
Into a very... I like this. It's evolved into a good way.
Yeah.
I think may as well break the news to our victims. We've only had our one and only multiple or Horr-Gasm.
Yes, this is true.
We tried a second one, didn't work. It worked, but just too much.
Yeah, we just, for where we are right now, our technology can't keep up with it almost. Like,
yeah.
my $200 computer with no memory that I bought solely for school is just not cutting it anymore.
And my second-hand $100 laptop for this is just, it doesn't quite work with a 2 hour plus episode.
Yes, exactly. So
we got one out.
Yep.
A second one which should have happened was lost, sadly. Which it was
R.I.P.
such a good episode.
It was. We had fun.
We had some good Tim stories, which we'll just redo it again.
Yeah.
We can say the same story after.
Yep.
But
I agree.
And it's a good concept. The not having it too much would be once, twice a year, but it just doesn't work.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
And I wish it did, because
the
multiple Horr-Gasm was a great tagline.
Mm-hmm.
It's in the future, maybe in a year down the road, might do another one.
Yeah,
but,
once we get a bit more stuff going on here,
maybe episode 69 we can do a multiple Horr-Gasm.
That feels right. That
see.
Definitely feels right.
We'll see. It's maybe we'll make it work in the future, but right now we gotta stick to the single episodes. Yeah. Single movies.
And it's easier to plan too, because watching 2 movies back to back and then recording a 2-hour episode, it was hard. It's a day. It's like a 6-hour day.
And you weren't feeling that good that day either. Oof. You toughed through like a trooper.
That was a mess. Yeah. I don't know if I had much to add even to it. I don't remember it even.
Oh, jeez.
I was just like, trying to get through it, and then I was like,
yeah.
Ready to go to bed for the rest of the week.
Yeah. Tim was good. He is a good sport.
Mm-hmm.
We had Jess here for one movie, and then she had life events.
Life.
So.
Yeah, there you go. But oh well.
It's not a dead concept, but for a time being.
Just gonna shelf it. We're gonna put a pin in it for now.
Yes, we're just gonna focus on the single Horr-Gasm.
Yes.
And read about the multiples later.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I like it.
What happens.
I'm into it.
Yep.
Well, Nick, this week for Talking Chop, we were going to talk about the Chainsaw Awards.
Yes, they were out. Let me just double check here.
Yeah, and they're from Fangoria, you said, which is great.
Presented February 7th.
Awesome. Okay.
So it's just a week or so ago.
Yeah.
What is the date? I don't even know what date it is.
My computer says the 17th.
10 days ago. We just dated ourselves for the recording, but whatever.
Perfect.
So yes, these are the Fangoria Awards. Fangoria Chainsaw Awards. We just had the 22nd.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm just going to do a quick run through of all the categories and the winners.
Perfect.
So, Best Wide Release was won by Midsummer.
Which is awesome.
I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, I've watched part of it, and then I've watched clips of it, and then I've listened to another podcast about it, because Dead Meat did it. And I was just like, and then Jessica's actually seen it. And it's, like, awesome.
Okay.
I've
read about it. I haven't seen it.
It's, like, really messed up, though. But you haven't seen Hereditary. Watch Hereditary, and then we'll talk.
Okay. Okay. Speaking of, I think it won an award. I'll get to it. Best limited release was won by The Lighthouse.
Awesome, because that's another one. Dead Meat did it a couple weeks ago, and it's like all that I really got out of it was that there's a mermaid vagina.
Okay, that's a thing. Gotcha.
Yeah, that's I listened to the whole thing and I was like, mermaid vaginas. And then William Dafoe talks about Robert Pattinson's farts.
Oh,
yeah,
that's important.
Quality.
Yes. Best streaming premiere, The Perfection,
which was awesome. I can't believe you haven't watched it.
What's it about? Give me a very quick.
Okay, super quick. Okay, so there's a musician, and she is assaulted. It's kind of assumed that she was assaulted by her teacher, kind of.
Okay.
And there's another girl that was doing the same thing, that was assaulted by him as well, and they kind of like join forces to take him down. And then at the end, basically, spoilers, he, spoilers, don't listen if you don't want to know. He cuts off their best parts and sews them together and makes them one person.
Oh dear. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's real fucked up, but it's so good.
All right. It's interesting. Best foreign film was won by Tigers Are Not Afraid.
Oh, I heard that was so good.
Again, I haven't heard of it.
It's on Shudder.
Apparently.
It's on Shudder. I've heard, yes.
Okay. Best first feature, Girl on
the Third Floor, which is next week's movie.
Oh, good. Okay, so that's one award. Good for it. Best director, Ari Aster, who directed Midsummer.
Awesome. Good for him.
Best actor. This one surprised me. Robert Pattinson.
Yeah, and we were talking about this before when I was making ham, because that's what I do, because it's Holiday Monday. And he, after Twilight, he's kind of fell off the radar and is doing really weird independent films.
Good.
And I love that for him. I just think he's a different person. And he got typecast as like the dreamboat, and that wasn't him at all. And I think he's just really breaking out. Now, obviously, he's been cast as Batman in the new Batman movie. Yeah. So I think he's going back to it. But I think it could be really interesting.
Ooh.
And the trailer looked good. Did you watch the trailer?
For?
Batman? That they just dropped?
That wasn't a trailer. That was just like a promotional video.
Scene thing.
I saw pictures. I like how they're insinuating that the medal in the bat symbol is the gun that killed his parents.
Cool. I didn't read that.
That's cool.
That's cool.
Best actress was played by Lupita Nyong'o from Us.
Awesome.
As Adele Wilson /Red. So,
yes.
Cool. Best supporting actor, William Dafoe.
Obviously.
I love this guy. He's done his fair share of horrors.
Yes.
Good for him. I love it.
He's amazing. He's so good.
He could pull off a Joker so easily.
Right. I liked him. The first thing I saw him in, obviously, was Spider-Man. As a Green Goblin.
Oh, jeez.
Amazing. And then I went kind of down the rabbit hole, and he was in, like, Boondock Saints.
Yep.
Oh, she was so good in that. Like, he's such a weird guy, and I love it.
There is that... now I'm going to forget the title. There's this one horror that he was in. He kind of starred in.
Oh.
And I forget what it's
called. Like, as the bad guy? He plays such a good bad guy.
I think he was both. He was protagonist and antagonist.
Interesting.
There's a lot of sex in it. There's a very graphic scene where I think he removes some private parts. I forget what it's called. I'll look it up really.
Nice.
But no, he's known for that's one of the movies he's kind of known for.
Awesome.
Best supporting actress was Rebecca Ferguson in Dr. Sleep.
Oh, she was so good. Yes, she was the hat girl. She was amazing. Have you seen that yet?
Nope.
God, you'd love it.
Okay.
It was so good.
I'm taking most of these movies now for the podcast. Like this. I haven't watched, like, for one coming up. We did Hoax.
Yeah.
Haven't seen it till now.
Mm-hmm.
And I can see why. Best screenplay was Midsummer.
Right.
Best score won by Midsummer.
Should we watch Midsummer? Like, should we add it? Did we add it?
Not
I don't
yet.
think so.
Not
Maybe
yet.
we should add it. We have a couple gaps in, like, September.
Sure.
Perfect.
Best makeup effects was The Dead Don't Die. Best creature effects was Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark.
Really?
Best series, Stranger Things.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, did you see the trailer for the new Stranger Things?
No, but I've seen the picture and I heard it's in...
It's like 10 seconds.
It's in, like, Russia.
Yes. And then all it is like Russia, and then there's just a picture of like Hopper
Yeah.
with his head shaved and stuff. That was it.
Cool.
I was like, ah.
And last, the best kill was from Midsummer, Christian
Awesome.
and the bear suit on fire.
Yes.
Again, haven't seen it, but that kind of bear suit on fire just...
Oh, you don't even know. Like, even that is, like, doesn't even... Yeah, I think... I just want you to watch Hereditary so I can see how you like that one, or if it's too slow of a burn for you, or if it's... I don't know. And then I can see if you would like Midsummer.
I'll look into it.
Yeah, you should.
I'm still trying to find that one movie with William Dafoe.
Oh, or he's a good guy, bad guy.
It got a lot of, not flack, but it was pretty.
Like, was it provocative for its time? Okay.
Yes, it was.
Was it like the 80s, 90s? That feels like an 80s, 90s kind of movie.
It is 2009 Antichrist.
Oh, okay.
Yes, that's what it was, Antichrist. Huh. Look it up.
Interesting.
Look it up. It's something. It is something.
Well, good for him. Always doing something kind of different.
Yeah.
That's what I like about him.
He's a lot of both mainstream and very, I would say risque.
I agree.
Just the, I don't know, just the, I can't think of the word for it now.
Okay.
Risque kind of works.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
He's definitely different. And I think that's what I like about him, is he's just so different.
Yes.
Like, you don't kind of get...
His visuals are top notch.
Like, he's very, kind of like the guy that you knew in this movie. Not in, like, the same, like, breath, but you, they've so visually striking. Like, you could recognize them, right?
That's why I think he could pull off a great Joker with this.
Absolutely. His smile.
Yeah.
Oh, because he was such a good Green Goblin.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
He was.
It's awesome.
A little bit off with the suit, but they can redo him. They can recast him.
Absolutely.
That's what they can do with future Spider-Man movies.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
So, also, this isn't horror related. Well, the second part is, but I saw Sonic.
Yay.
Great movie.
Awesome.
And I saw Underwater.
Yay.
I loved it. It had a great... Everyone says it has an alien feel. I agree. It does.
Interesting.
Quite a few jump scares.
Awesome.
But it's a good movie. It's a good horror movie. It has a very twist into it in the end.
Awesome.
People kind of compare it to that's an old author. He does the more occult kind of writings.
Okay.
Oh, I forget his name.
Was this his first weekend in theaters?
No, it's been on for a while.
Sure. I don't keep up.
It's in the cheap theaters. But,
okay, awesome.
It kind of sadly did poor in the box office.
Really?
Well, I thought it was a great movie.
Horror movies are notorious for always doing poor, though. Yeah. Unless they're, like, really, like, stand out, like It or something that's kind of become mainstream almost. Other than that, they always do poorly, regardless of how good or bad they are.
Yeah.
Because even that, what was that, Ready or Not, that movie, it didn't do great, but it was an unreal movie. It was really good. Yes. I think we already did at it, but then we took it off because it wasn't out yet.
Yes.
Yes.
Lovecraft. It's also very based on that.
Yes.
Lovecraft stories. And after, I did some research after, and I can see 100% how it's
interesting.
Got that.
Oh, I'd really like to see it.
It's really good. It kind of goes with the whole, we dug too deep into the earth and something came out.
Yeah.
We shouldn't have, we took too much and now it's taking back, which is quoted from the movie. It's a good horror. It's got some good effects. It's got some great kills.
Good actors and actresses.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a good movie.
Awesome.
I can't say anything bad about it. It's too
good.
bad it kind of didn't do as well as it did.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's kind of like I said, that's kind of what we're in, though, is no matter how good or bad the movie is, it's just not going to do great, which is like Dr. Sleep. It was one of the best horror movies I've seen in a long time. Did horrible.
I think
and
it was very slow.
It
is.
It was
a long movie.
Yeah.
And it's got a slow build. I'm like, and that's almost like a death sentence to most movies.
Right.
Especially now.
So I just watched Six Underground on Netflix, and it's by Michael Bay. So it was just explosion, action scene, chasing scene, explosion, explosion.
Yeah.
And it was just kind of like, that's what people are used to these days, honestly. And it's too bad because Dr. Sleep was so well made, like so artistic and so like thoughtful. And the scenes, everything meant something. Like I couldn't think of, there was a few things that I would have cut out when I saw it, but there wasn't a ton of things where it's like, oh, I could have done away with half an hour of this movie because you couldn't. Like it was just so well done.
It built up so much.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And like I'm going to go back to Alien here. Take Alien.
Yes.
It's got a slow build. You don't see anything until an hour in.
Mm-hmm.
And then it just kind of goes.
Yes.
But showing a movie nowadays, it would be called boring and slow.
Yes, absolutely.
With very few scary spots.
Yes.
It's just the land of horror has changed dramatically from the 80s, from like the 70s.
Right.
That's why people like show a movie, like show the kids nowadays the Friday the 13th movies. They'll be like, this is boring. This is dumb.
Yes, absolutely.
And yeah.
Yeah, it's too bad because when they put so much effort into it and it actually is a good movie, it's still not going to do good because it doesn't appeal to the mass people.
It doesn't. And people are so like set on gore, action.
Yes, nudity, like all that kind of stuff.
It's all jump scare stuff. It scares people nowadays.
Right.
And that takes away like from the classics.
Absolutely.
Sadly. Yeah,
it does 100%. It's too bad.
Yeah.
But speaking of bad,
I wouldn't even call it bad. It just it follows the same old Bigfoot. We're talking about Hoax.
Yes.
It follows the same old Bigfoot formula.
It does.
And then it takes a hard left, and which I almost called. I called it.
Yes.
Like halfway through, I'm like, this is gonna happen, and it did. I'm like, oh wow, this happened.
Yeah, it's too bad. Well, should we get into Hoax? I guess.
I think we should get into Hoax.
All right. So, like we said, this week we watched Hoax, which is a 2019 movie. It was directed by Matt Allen. And Nick, how did you hear about this movie? Because I heard about this movie from you.
Where did I heard about it, I think, from Ben Browder's Wikipedia or something.
Sure.
It came onto my radar. I'm like,
okay.
Hoax. Ooh, what's that about? Sounds like Bigfoot. And it was.
Mm-hmm.
And, oh, hey, it's got Ben Browder. Great. It's got Brian Thompson. Even better.
Mm-hmm.
And it's got other people. Whatever. And it's another Bigfoot movie.
Right.
Cool. There's not a lot of good ones out there, if any. There's the family-friendly Harry and the Hendersons.
Which I loved.
And there's one other one with Tommy Lee Jones called Abominable.
Awesome.
And that's about it.
Yeah.
There's a bunch out there, but a lot of them are the same old rinse and repeat plot line.
Yes.
They go into the woods, they think they see something, they try and... There's a lot of dark scenes, shapes moving, you think you see it, and yeah, half of it is mostly found footage.
Yeah.
During the whole found footage craze back in the 2010s.
Yeah.
Early 2010s. So this movie follows that same formula.
Right.
Sadly.
Yeah. It had potential. It had potential to do really well. And I think at the ending where there was that random twist in it, I was like, okay, like I got this. I'm feeling this.
Yeah.
And then, but there were too many things where they're trying to put too much together to make something like out of it.
Yeah.
You know? And it was just like, it was so close. Like I could feel it. It was on the cusp of like, oh, this, if you just had, I don't know, bit better script, because the actors were not bad and they were working with what they had.
Yeah.
And I think if it was just a bit better script, even the effects were fine, but every person that got hit had blood on their face.
Yeah.
It's except for Jonesy. And I was like, but other than that, it was just like, oh, there's blood on your face. And it's like, okay, but really?
Yeah, they could have been a little more original with the deaths, with the kills.
Right.
Yeah, it was.
It tried.
It did. It
Yeah.
did. It had a fresh take.
Yeah.
But old plot. Like, nothing was really new. Started off very Friday 13th feel.
Yes.
They
actually,
the
yeah.
The one story that the starting the group of teens starts out. Well, they're college students.
Sure.
She always gives word by word the exact same story given in Friday the 13th.
Yeah. Awesome.
So that right there, I was like, well, originality is going to throw out the window, and yeah,
yeah, it's too bad.
Well, let's get
Let's
into
do the
this.
characters.
Let's start into it.
Yes.
It starts off with the college teen. Again, these teens. They're not teens. It's
Right.
college kids.
Yes.
Ish. Out
in the woods somewhere.
In the woods, they're just kind of doing like.
I don't know what they're even doing. Are they just on a camping trip?
It's like mountaineers. They're just kind of going, just exploring.
Sure.
They got the guy, girl telling the scary story. You got out of 6 of them. Yeah, you got the 2 couples. They're off banging right away. You got some boobs.
Yep.
And the lead girl, she kind of wanders off, which I'm sure, like with headphones in.
Yeah.
Which I'm sure she knows better than to do that.
Right.
And you hear her scream, and then everyone else kind of gets picked off.
Yes.
And dragged away.
Yes.
And that's it. And that's the opening. You're like, okay, cool. Bigfoot's, he's mean. He's a bad guy. Gotcha.
Yeah. And then this is where we get to, we meet the main characters. So, the main-ish character girl person, basically.
Yeah.
She's, Dr. Ellen Freese, and she's played by Cheryl Texiera. I can't read my writing, as every other episode. John Singer is played by Brian Thompson, which you know, I think, from Farscape. Is that Farscape guy?
Yeah. No, that's Ben Browder.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Singer is Brian Thompson. He's got the most famous face in this entire movie.
For sure. Absolutely. And then we have Bridget Powers, the snobby journalist, who's played by Shoshana Bush. And then Rick Paxton, this is the one who's played by Ben Browder.
Yep.
And then Cooper Barnes, who's the dad, is played by Max Decker, which is like a super cool action movie name, just saying. Oh, yeah. And then Bigfoot, who doesn't even get a credit. They call him The Shape in IMDb.
That's what they give Michael Myers'
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, he's known as The Shape.
Oh.
So I think they tried to kind of copy
a bit
of that.
And he's played by Pat Jankowicz. Listen. I can talk, I swear. So then we go to this, I think it starts with the director dude talking. Yeah. Okay, there's also, so normally when we do these, we follow a Wikipedia plot, kind of synopsis-y, plot summary thing, and they don't have that for this movie.
No,
so we're kind of
nothing in Wikipedia for this movie.
So we are winging
it. There's a small thing on IMDb.
Yeah.
It's basically a very, very small little blurb of the movie.
Yes.
That's it.
So
we're going by memory.
Yep.
Usually Alana does a bunch of notes. She kind of said screw that until
yeah.
this movie.
Yep.
And really, there's not a lot to go with. Even watching it, it's very, very... Friday the 13th, and you got half the movie right there.
Yeah.
Or other...
if, like, Friday the 13th and Texas Chainsaw Massacre had a baby, that would be this movie. With Bigfoot. Yeah. Sprinkled in, sporadically.
Yeah. Basically, it starts off, we get the plot. So you got already got the people are killed. Bit of talk about it, news reports, which is cool. That's a great way to start off.
It's a good opening credits, for sure.
And I love when they do that.
Yes.
That's how Underwater started. It's very Cloverfield, where they kind of start off with just headlines, kind of set the mood.
Yes.
And they kind of, in Hoax, they put off as like a rogue bear attack kills mountaineers, known as the Mountaineer Massacre.
Yeah.
It's not a bad tagline. That could be a good movie for this movie instead of Hoax, Mountaineer Massacre.
Yes. And then it talks about how there were 5 people were killed, and then the 6th they never found.
They found the bodies.
Yeah.
But they can't find
Alex, which is
the girl.
Yeah, the lady the girl who was doing the story talking stuff.
Who is the daughter of the one character.
Yes, Cooper Barnes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's his daughter. So he's also he lives in the area. He's trying to find her, but unsuccessful.
Yes.
And so we get Ben Browder's character trying to get a grant to get this movie / documentary
kind of thing made.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah, he's trying to find find Bigfoot. He doesn't think it was Bigfoot.
Yes.
The evidence because there's during one of the sex scenes in the tent, that's the one other guy who has no one to bang.
Yeah.
Basically has a little drone.
Yeah.
Just watching it, being a little big creeper. And I guess one of the footages they find of the drone and a Bigfoot.
Yes.
Where I guess before like, oh, it's a bear.
Yes.
He's like, no, you went in. Ben Browder's character, he goes to a primate specialist,
yes,
extraordinaire, and he shows a video. Look at this. Does that look like a bear's foot? It's like, no, there's no claws or nothing. It's like, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
It's a Bigfoot foot.
Yeah.
Here's $10,000. Let's go find him. And she's like, okay, got some big bills to pay. Sure.
Yeah, her primate clinic isn't doing well, which I can't see much of a demand for it, so I feel that. And so she says, yeah, okay. She tells her coworker, yeah, he's offering me money. And she's like, when do you leave?
Yeah.
So I guess she's going. And then he enlists, I don't know if we even went through anybody else that he's enlisting, kind of talks to some people. But they basically just show up. Yeah, and so
he goes and he talks to the dad.
Yes.
And that's about it.
That's about it. Everybody else is there.
Yeah.
So he's got his group of ragtag heroes is the primate specialist. We have the dad, Mr. Barnes.
He's supposed to be also the guide.
Yeah. And then we have
Brian Thompson's the security.
Yeah.
Then we got the producer, cameraman.
Yeah.
And also Peter, the Bigfoot specialist.
Yes. What did they had a fancy name for him.
He's a cryptozoologist.
There you go. Yeah. And then we also have, did you talk about Bridget already? This snotty reporter.
Yes.
Yeah.
And report. So there's 7.
Yeah.
Total.
Yeah. There's
8, including the helicopter pilot and his
yes.
puppy.
Ike. Jonesy and Ike.
Yeah.
It's adorable.
Who has a very small role in this movie.
But as soon as you see a dog in a horror movie, you know it's not going to go well.
Yeah,
I was telling Nick, I just have to make my peace with it at the beginning because
we forgot in our very brief of audition.
Oh yeah,
that there's a dog.
I'm sure I brought up the dog.
No, we left him out.
Oh, R.I.P. Yeah.
He dies. Sad. And same with Ike, but that's later on in the movie.
Yeah.
So it starts. They go to the basically campsite where these other people were killed.
Yeah.
I would call them kids.
That's fine.
And they go through the first night. Peter gets taken.
Right.
Yeah, we're gonna go this pretty quick. There's not much to say.
Yes.
A lot of talking. We find out that Bridget Reporter is a big kind of ditzy
alcoholic.
Yes.
Pill popper.
Yeah. She's
got a lot of vices.
She does, but she does really good on the camera. Also,
as soon as she gets off the plane, she's wearing a white dress and red pumps. And I was just immediately upset because even if you are a reporter, could you at least wear normal pants and because they only take a picture of her from the waist up. Why does it matter what's on your feet?
She's all about the camera.
Oh, but it just drove me nuts.
Yeah. So yeah, first day to do a bit of exploring. They set up the trail cameras. They have base camp where I'm going to call him Ben because that's his name.
Sure, that's fine.
He's a director. He's one kind of in charge from there, and we got they have clips of them taking film of Peter explaining how he became a cryptozoologist.
Yes.
How he had horses and there's some big smelly creature kind of chased him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. They just kind of walk to base camp, set up, all that stuff. Like you said, they set up a little sort of trap in quotations by one of the trail cameras where it's got an apple and meat and stuff. Yeah. And they stick a camera or a tracking device, I guess, in it and then dump some pheromones on it to hope to attract something.
Yeah.
And so the first night, after they get everything set up, everybody's sort of settled in. Peter, the criminal zoologist.
Crypto.
Sure. I like criminal zoologist.
Criminal zoologist.
It's like Law and Order for Bigfoot. So he decides to go. He decides. He decides to go check the trail camera where he's got his little trap set up, and he's high all the time. They make fun of him for smoking dope.
Yeah.
So he lights up a blunt. He is looking at the trail cameras, kind of talking to himself, and then all of a sudden he gets grabbed. He gets grabbed. Yeah.
And cut to next morning.
Yes.
And Ben's character trying to wake everyone up. Hey, just get everyone awake. Tells his cameraman to do that. And he's like, "Where's Peter?" Mm-hmm. I don't see him. And they ask, and he was like sharing a tent with the security guy. He's like, "I haven't seen him."
Yeah.
What's your job, security? I haven't seen him.
Yeah. Aren't you sharing a tent with him?
Yeah.
Thought he stayed out in the woods.
Yeah.
And
so they go and they go look for him a bit.
Yeah.
And they find his hat later on, and they kind of, and this is the dad. The dad kind of he tracks him.
Yes.
There's a struggle. There's some blood, and they follow him into a cave.
Yes.
And in this cave, they find more blood. They find intestines. They're just kind of draped from the top. It's like an old mine.
Yes.
And they find a nice little corner full of different just bones and dead animals.
Yeah.
And they decide, let's get out of here. But we see the dad, he grabs something.
Yeah.
Which we find out later on what it is. And they book her. And at the same time, they're explaining, we found this to the director. And
director says, film it.
Yeah. He's all about the footage.
Yes, exactly.
He wants to get this film made.
Yes.
And he wants to show proof that they found Bigfoot.
Right.
And so after they go to night 2, and nothing's really going on again. They have the what's it called, the heat, like the heat.
Oh, the flit thing or whatever.
Fleur. Yeah, they have Fleur. And they're trying to find it again as usual.
Yeah.
Which is almost in every Bigfoot movies. They have the and they find something.
There's a heat signature.
Yeah, so they start chasing it a bit, and they lose it.
Mm-hmm.
And they also leave the Bridget alone.
Yeah.
And
she's being prissy, and she just wants to sit and smoke, and she's mad she's even out there, which, I don't think none of them are thrilled either, honestly, sweetheart, so. Yeah.
And then she gets grabbed.
Yeah.
And her ankle broken. Badly.
Oof.
A compound fracture.
Mega broken. Yeah.
There's a little bit of blood. They find her.
Yeah.
And she's alive, but just hurt badly. Yes. And so they splint her leg up and take her back to camp. And she's freaking out because she sees something big.
Right.
And furry grabbed her and hurt her. And night 2 is in the books with her being sedated.
Yes. Every time she wakes up, she starts screaming that they have to leave.
Yeah.
And they're just yeah.
They kind of leave her as is.
They do.
They don't do a thing to get her out of there. Or
no.
Peter.
No.
They're he's gone. The only one who cares is the primate girl.
Yeah, the primate doctor, yeah.
He's out of here. What about Peter?
Yeah.
What about Peter?
Yeah. Yeah, they don't care.
It's about Bigfoot.
And every time they try to talk to the director, he's just like, well, did you get the shot?
Yeah.
It's even when the guy comes back on the ATV and it's destroyed, or they don't even know, he just stumbles back into camp. He's like, how's the ATV? Yeah, he just cares about the money and the equipment and did you get the shot? Yeah. It's just a pretty stereotypical director. Yeah. Kind of what they did. Mm-hmm.
So basically, so next day they kind of convince we need to get the sat phone and.
Yeah, because Bridget's lying in the little medical tent thing.
Yeah, everyone else is doing their thing.
Everyone else, they had to separate. One went north and one went south or something. Yeah. And so she's just rusting because they keep drugging her because she spazzes when she wakes up.
Yeah.
So then she kind of half wakes up and she's starts screaming. And so everybody comes to check on her. And she's like, oh, I saw it. And then she looks down and she's got some weird
mark on her
stomach.
Yeah. She's been marked with blood.
Yes. And the communications tent's been ransacked and the sat phone is gone. So there's another one up in the helicopter. So they send, I forget the guy's name even. Patty, Patrick, something like that. Yeah. Go check out, go to this helicopter.
Go to the helicopter, go see Jonesy and get the other phone.
Yes. So.
And sadly, that night before.
Yes.
Jonesy has and Ike. Ike gets a
R.I.P.
He runs away.
Yeah.
And we hear some sad dog
yelping.
And
yeah.
and a smack.
Yes.
As what's left of Ike kind of hits the
helicopter.
the tail of the helicopter.
Yeah.
And Jonesy, he's like, oh no, Ike. He goes for his gun. He gets grabbed and killed.
Yes.
So next day, they, what happens, she gets marked. So they send Patrick up to get the sat phone.
Yes.
And as he's doing that, we got, who was it? It was the cameraman, they find footprints. They find evidence that something's going on.
Yeah.
And this is at one of the trail cameras.
Yeah.
That keep getting smashed.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. So they go on. They're all excited. Even Primate Girl, she's excited. Oh, yay, yes.
Yeah, there's hair and there's details.
It's a 19 feet.
Yes, yes.
7 foot wide, or 7 inches wide. And 19 inches.
Yes.
Yeah, not 19 feet. That's a big foot.
That is a big foot.
Big foot. And there's always evidence. And they're kind of, she's really hard not to say it's not real.
Exactly.
She's excited. Yes. Everyone's excited. We got some great evidence. Film it. They get a mold of the foot.
Yes.
And we see then during this, Patrick can't shut up the helicopter. He's like, oh, what a mess. Man, Josie, what are you doing? He's just laying there, rolls him over, just a nice slashed up face and head. He freaks out, runs back to the ATV. And 9 hours later, how long does it take for him to get back to the phone? And Bridget, who's doing a quick little interview as, trying to make herself look all tough because she's going through such a hard time. She screams because old Patrick kind of stumbles over. He's all banged up. And what the hell happened? He's like, we got to get out of here. We got to go. And Ben's like, where's the ATV? And we have a little bit of a...
flashback.
Yes, that's the word, flashback, of him riding ATV, very fast. He's looking to his right, and he sees Bigfoot. Or something.
Something's running.
In the trees, basically following
symmetrical with him, sort of, yeah.
He's not paying attention. He hits a log. He goes flying off. ATV goes crumpling into the woods. And he's...
It's like, if that's how you were going to do it,
he's got a severe concussion.
Yes. He's throwing up.
Yeah,
he's a mess. Yeah.
And Brian's had enough. He's like, you know what? You suck. You're a sucky director to Ben. I'm taking over. We're gonna be out of here tomorrow morning. We're gonna do security tonight. Nothing's gonna get us. Let's take care of this now.
Yes.
And so we also find out that the dad, he was in Afghanistan. He's a former Marine or Army guy. And they kind of just skip that over tonight.
Yep.
They leave out some prepping, which would have been nice to know.
Right.
And so they're just waiting.
Yes.
Until the tracker goes off.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah. So they start following the tracker to a creek sort of a thing. Yep. And it's the security guy, it's the cameraman, it's the dad. Yes, exactly. So they're just kind of wandering, and the security guy's kind of taking lead. And he
brought a nice assault rifle.
Yeah, he's got a bunch of guns now. There's guns to the party now.
Well, security, you gotta have protection.
Exactly, yeah.
So he gives a handgun to the dad. He drops it right away.
Immediately. Oh.
That's he's out of practice. I can't believe that he's goes across the log, he stumbles, gun falls in the water, gone. And at the same time, Brian, the security guy, he shoots a raccoon.
Yep.
He's like, oh, it's just a raccoon. And I think Justin's the camera. He's trying to tell him there's something else out there. He's like, no, it's just a raccoon. I got him.
Yeah. He's like, no, it's still coming towards us. And he's like, yeah, it's a raccoon.
It's a raccoon. Yeah, it's dead. I got it.
And then
Dad looks up, and there's Bigfoot right behind him.
Yeah, and we finally get to see Bigfoot. So we know he's out there.
Yeah, and he grabs him by the head, slashes his throat, and beats him.
Yes.
Badly.
Repeatedly.
Yeah, and they run.
Yes.
Smartly, Justin and they're like, we're out of here. Let's get out of here.
Yeah, sorry, bye.
Yeah. And during this, there's other stuff going on at the base camp. There's stuff going around.
Yes.
Patrick gets hit by something. We thought he gets someone runs by and slashes him. No, I think he got something through.
Yeah, because there's a scene earlier where Bigfoot's throwing stuff at them.
Yes, we feel that was also.
And then
right.
there's like a boulder. He pushes a boulder at them and everything. Yeah.
Just after they they find what's her face,
Bridget.
hurt.
Yeah.
It's Justin and the dad kind of chase after him while they get her back to the camp, and they follow him for a bit.
Yes.
And this big boulder kind of gets pushed towards him, and it destroys the flim.
The fleur.
The fleur. The flim camera gets crushed. So they lose that ability.
Yes.
But back to the next night. Shit goes sideways.
Yeah.
They come stumbling back. Ben's asking, "Where's the security guy?" Oh, he's dead.
Yeah.
We're getting out of here. And Ben, I love this, goes into his tent, as calm as can be.
Yeah.
And Bridget, she's being picked up, and she's screaming at him, telling him, "You're done. You're a shitty director. The next thing you'll be doing, if you're lucky, you'll be getting my coffee, 2 cream, 2 sugar." And we're like, "What's a double?"
Yeah, Nick and I are like, that's a double.
And
then she had stolen all of his medication, and she throws his medication at him too.
Because he's like, "Where's my drugs? Where's my medication?"
Mm-hmm.
And she just throws it. "Yeah, that's my good medication. Thanks, you bitch."
Yep.
And I'm laughing loud. He shoots her. He does.
He dumps like 2 or 3 rounds into her, and then turns around and shoots the dad.
Yeah.
Because they had a disagreement earlier.
Yeah, he packs up the foot.
The mold.
Some of the footage, smashes the pheromone onto his backpack, and he's gone. He just leaves. And I'm like, where's he going?
Yeah.
He's out of here.
Okay, bye.
Yeah. So all this. Also, he kills Patrick. Patrick gets shot. Dad gets
Patrick gets shot. Patrick gets hit in the head with that. Yes.
Yeah. So shoots Dad in the stomach. Kills Bridget.
Yeah.
So all's left is Justin, Dad, and
the primate specialist. Yeah. Dr. Freeze. Yeah.
So they grab everything and they go. They're running.
Yeah.
Out of direction of where Ben is.
Yes.
And they're going, and of course, what's his name?
Justin
walks into a trap.
Bear trap.
And primary girl, she's trying to open it up, and the dad's like, use a stick. So she does. Stick breaks, makes it worse. I'm like, oh wow.
And it snaps back.
Yeah. And we see a head. There's a
like a cabin.
Yeah, a cabin. There's lice, so she goes there looking for help.
Yes.
And so she's banging on the door. She gets let in by this woman who we realize we've seen her earlier.
Yes.
When Ben's character is getting directions or something.
Yeah, he's asking where the dad is.
Yes.
Yeah.
He kind of barges past her and this other guy, knocks his little cheese bread down, and they kind of pick up and storm off. Mm-hmm. Same people. Mm-hmm. So they live out here too. And she kind of, Brian goes, "There's something out there. We need help." She's like, yeah, we'll help. And smacks her in the head with the gun.
Yes.
Knocking her out. Mm-hmm. She wakes up. And they're bringing in, the dad's brought in, tied up. They're bringing Justin in. And this turns into Chainsaw Massacre quick.
So quickly.
She explains, what are you going to do when you find it? So she knows about Bigfoot.
Yes.
Apparently they got a good little relationship going on here.
Mm-hmm.
They I'm guessing they kind of keep him fed.
Well, don't you think because he disembowels, so he kills Justin, pretty immediately, and disembowels him. Don't you think because in the cave they have those intestines that maybe they're giving him the innards and keeping the meat?
They could be.
Right?
They could be.
That's what I was thinking, because they don't really explain whose intestines they are.
That's a good point, because we find later on, just a little bit later, Peter's in the car.
Yes.
I'm guessing that's Peter.
For sure.
It has to be. It looks like him.
Yeah.
And that would make sense. But why just toss him in the car? I'm not sure what that is.
I don't know.
That's because you don't find the body, you just see intestines.
Right.
And blood.
But, I don't know.
Now I got a question about this good movie. It's not terrible, but it's also, it just takes this is a hard left turn.
Yeah.
It brings in.
I would have watched this movie, though. I would have watched, if this is what they were going to do, I wish that they would have done this instead. And, just have made it, have them dressing up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but.
Instead of throwing Bigfoot in there, too, then. Because even when we were watching, you're like, oh, Bigfoot's going to save them. I was like, that would be cool.
That'd be cool.
But he's just, MIA until the very end.
Yeah, I don't know. We gotta have actual Bigfoot.
It just feels disjointed.
They tried to take 2 different things and make it one.
Right.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't know. But anyways, back to the film here. So she is this woman.
Mm-hmm.
I forget her name.
Oh, and they say it, Charlotte.
Charlotte, yeah. Her and her two sons.
And she's French?
She's
Question mark?
She's pretty young to have two grown sons.
Right.
She calls them boys.
Yeah.
One's got a really fucked up face. The other one is just a little retarded.
Yeah.
Mentally, he seems a little slower.
Yeah.
And the big scratchy face guy, which he tells, I'm sure my boys in their gorilla costume scared you guys pretty good.
Yes.
And she basically tells him, kill Justin.
Yeah.
With a hammer. So this is where the Texas Chainsaw Massacre kicks in.
Yes.
He kills him with a hammer, drags him out to the shed, hangs him upside down, and basically guts him.
Yes.
For food or whatever.
Right.
And this is a very weird family. She has like a dead, mummified baby. She kind of coddles a bit. Primate girl, she's freaking out a bit about it. And the other son comes in, and we start cooking.
Yes.
So he starts cutting off bits and pieces of him.
Yes.
With a
of the dad, yeah.
Of the dad with what's it called?
Like a turkey carver.
Yes.
An electric one.
Yes.
Of course, because they're cultured.
Yes. And he's pretty rough about it, and the mom gets mad about it. She's like, "You're gonna break it again.
Yeah.
You got to go with the grain."
Oh.
And she takes some of his leg and arm meat, throws it on the fryer. She's taken away. She tells the son, put on some music, so she put romantic.
Yes.
And as he's doing that, he brings down this corpse.
Mm-hmm.
This, again, kind of old corpse of what we find out is the dad's daughter.
Yes. Yes.
Because he sees a tattoo on her that he recognized. And by seeing this, he gets mad. He kind of breaks free a bit.
Yes.
He's reaching for a knife. And the mom's like, stop him. And she tries to. She gets knocked down.
Yes.
The son, the slower son, he kind of grabs it and basically slits his throat.
Yes.
Which is, I think, it's a poor payoff.
It is.
For him.
I agree.
I'll probably do something.
Absolutely.
A little. That's disappointing.
It is. Yeah.
I was like, all right, he found his daughter. He found out what killed her. Great.
Hooray.
His revenge doesn't happen.
Yes.
He gets killed. And the mom, she's kind of, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just, keep cooking. And Primate girl, she's having a rough time. She's just seen that. She's upset. She breaks free.
Yes.
Knocks the mom out with the... she splashes, like, the hot water onto the son.
Yeah.
Takes a frying pan. Knocks out the mom. And then just beats the guy to, like, a long beating. And it's kind of in tune to the music. As it's skipping.
Yes.
Because he puts on a record to dance. See, that's the music he puts on, the record from the gramophone. And I'm laughing because it's in tune to the skips.
Yes.
And so she kills him. The mom's kind of left. She stumbles out to... there's a bunch of cars that are too. So she tries one car. We see Peter in the back.
Yes.
Not working. Goes to another one. Gets it running. And starts going.
Yes.
And we see the other son, the freaky face guy.
Yeah.
He's kind of walking along. She hits him with the car.
And he has a basket. And isn't that the basket of entrails? That's why I thought that they were going to do something with it. Yeah.
And knocks him over. And he gets up. He looks in the lights. And she's like, you know what? Fuck you.
Yeah.
Runs him over. And then, of course, she looks back. Hits another car. And probably the first I've ever seen this, which I thought was a great little scene, OnStar.
Oh, yes.
You hear someone talking to her. I'm thinking, well, oh, she's being rescued. Okay, cool. How'd they find her? Nope, it's OnStar.
Yes.
OnStar, we have determined that your vehicle's an accident. People are coming to save you. They're on their way. Which I'm like, oh, cool, great.
Yeah, keep talking to me.
Talking. And then the mom grabs her. She screams and cut. Yes. To Ben.
Yeah.
The director. Stumbling through the woods, being chased by Bigfoot still. Shooting his gun wildly. He must have a large clip or multiple clips in his handgun there. Yeah. And he drops the gun, drops the backpack, and kind of stands up, backs up into Bigfoot. And we got a good look at his face. He roars. Ben's like, fuck. Yeah. And his hand comes down into a slashing motion into like one of the X's. Yes. End of movie.
Yeah. Hoax.
Hoax.
Roll credits.
Roll credits. And you're hoping maybe there's some extra after credits footage.
Yeah, yeah.
There's-
Because, like, listen, OnStar is on the way. So, or, like, somebody's on the way.
They know the location of the van.
Yeah.
So
Yikes.
yeah, that's Hoax.
That was Hoax.
It's a little disappointing.
It's frustrating because it could have gone somewhere, and it didn't.
Like I said, they kept they reused the whole, not found footage, but searching.
Yes.
Plot.
Yeah.
Where they see something, but they can't verify it. They keep losing it.
Mm-hmm.
It's out there. There's a lot of evidence, but nothing concrete. And then they throw in the hill people.
Yes.
Who know about Bigfoot. So we're kind of assuming because they had the body, they're the ones who killed the college kids at the beginning.
Right.
And then Bigfoot kind of walks by after.
Right.
Because they got the Bigfoot.
Yeah.
There's a connection, but they don't touch on it.
No, they don't explain it enough.
No, they leave a lot, to our imagination, to our own what ifs.
Right.
I think it's a little too much.
Yeah, I agree. I was just disappointed because I was actually excited to watch this movie. And after we watched, like, the first college kids scene, immediately I was like, okay. Still worth it. Acting wasn't perfect, but the plot was a little like, okay, okay.
The opening with the kids,
yeah.
the college kids.
Yeah, like I get it. Yeah, it was rough. And I was like, okay, hopefully, that's not an example of what the movie's going to be.
And it wasn't.
No, it wasn't. Yeah.
The acting gets a lot better.
Yes. But it was just like,
yeah.
It was just too much, and it wasn't explained enough for what they were trying to do. And if that's the direction that they were going to do, I think they should have picked a lane, and they picked too many lanes and then didn't connect them.
Yeah. Like I guess we're assuming that the little cave of bones was Bigfoot.
It was, yeah.
I think you're right about the entrails. That's
like an offering, kind of,
yes.
So he'd leave them alone.
Yes,
something like that.
That sounds about right. That's kind of a constant.
Be neighborly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's not the worst.
No, definitely not.
It wasn't fun footage. I love Ben Browder, his character.
Yes.
He did a great job as the kind of dickish director.
Yes.
Brian Thompson did a great job as usual as the muscle.
Honestly, all of the characters were pretty good. Like, I didn't think... This is the thing, though, is that good acting doesn't make a good movie.
No.
Unfortunately.
No.
And
it helps.
As much as they tried, I don't think they had enough to work with to make it a good movie.
No. It's almost like at the end they kind of ran out of money for the movie.
Yes, exactly.
They just, you know what? We don't have enough to keep going.
Yeah.
Let's just cut it here.
Yeah.
And call her good. And sadly, I wish they didn't.
Yeah.
I really do. They could have had a little bit more. I was expecting the director, Ben, to show up and kind of help out to the end.
For sure.
Have Bigfoot show up at the end.
Yes.
Maybe not as a hero, but, oh crap, we have to get by Bigfoot. We can't. We're dead.
Yeah.
That would have been a little more of a happy ending.
Right.
At least for Bigfoot. But I don't know. It just, as much as I want to like this movie, and it's not terrible. There's a lot worse ones out there that are a lot more found footage that you see less of.
Sure.
But.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, what would you rate it then?
2.
Yeah. I'm exactly the same. I think it's a solid 2. Solid 2.
Could have been a little better.
Yeah. I will never watch this movie again. If somebody says, hey, I'm thinking of watching Hoax, I'd be like, okay, try it.
Enjoy.
See how you like it. Yeah.
If you're a fan of Ben Browder, give it a check out. If you're a fan of Brian Thompson, give it a check.
Right.
It's not unbearable.
Right.
It's just not scary.
No,
it's not. They try and do the tense scenes in the dark. It doesn't work.
Yeah, there's not enough. There's not enough build-up. There's not enough suspense. No. It's just, that's what I mean is like it could have been something great, and it's just...
You don't see any of the death except for Brian's.
Yes, this is true.
And the Hill people killing of Justin and the dad.
Yeah.
But no, it just, like a lot of the Bigfoot scenes you don't see.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't see what happens except for Brian.
You're right.
Mm-hmm. And that's fair.
Yeah.
It's you got the two alphas. Brian, he's the big tough guy.
Yeah.
He gets the big tough guy death.
Yes, This is true.
His throat gets ripped out.
Yeah.
And then viciously beaten by Bigfoot, which I liked. That was a good.
It was.
Yeah, and you know what? That's also Ichabod's Kill the Flick.
It is.
Yep.
Ichabod's Kill the Flick is poor Brian Thompson, whose character name I guess is John Singer, getting his throat ripped out.
Yeah, throat ripped and just pummeled.
Yes. Oh, and it's just like his fists go down and down and down, and you're like, ooh.
You kind of see what's left, which
It's
is
just gonna be
blood.
mush. Yeah.
Yeah.
Aw. R.I.P.
R.I.P. Another great film death by Brian Thompson.
Yes. Well, we tried.
But I was expecting a bit more of this.
I was too. I was just
disappointed.
excited.
But we saw Bigfoot,
We did.
where a lot of other ones you don't see.
Right.
They kind of they tease and like, yeah, here's a little close up of his blurry face,
Mm-hmm.
and that's all you get.
Right.
This had a bit more of a budget
Yes.
to actually put on a good looking Bigfoot.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't get very good reviews, sadly. Didn't get
Aw.
the best ratings. I
didn't even look it up.
on IMDb got a 1.
Oh.
I'm like, well,
Oop.
whatever.
I
I don't
don't think it deserves a 1.
I don't care what other people think of movies, because
Right.
in the end, it's my opinion that matters.
Right.
And it wasn't the worst.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't the best. I'm still waiting for that good Bigfoot movie.
I hope it
Hasn't
comes
happened
eventually. No,
They need to change the formula.
absolutely.
Instead of what we did looking, first night we see a little bit, second night we see a little more. I know you want to don't want to spoil the Bigfoot review.
Yeah,
right
they want
away,
to build up to it,
but give it a different setting.
mm-hmm.
I
I agree.
have it during the day.
Yeah.
Like, sure, we can see more, but at least it'll get something a little more interesting.
Yes, for sure. Something has to give, because these are not working. These Bigfoot movies.
I kind of want to go
Unfortunately.
back and watch Abominable now with Tommy Lee Jones.
Sure.
I remember I saw it before. I kind of skipped through most of it.
Sure.
I might give it an actual serious watch.
Yeah.
But,
May as well.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Other than that, there's just the found footage movies, which aren't good.
No. It's too bad.
No.
But next week, like I said already in the beginning, we're watching Girl on the Third Floor,
Yay.
which I'm excited for.
I remember when we showed Tim. the
Yes.
trailer. He's like, this looks good.
Yes.
And if Tim's excited, then I was already excited for it, because it's got CM Punk
Right.
playing it, lead role. Apparently, it's, from what I've read, it starts off creepy and has a very gory middle to end. So I'm excited to see what this movie's
So,
got.
all things I like.
Yeah.
Yay! I'm excited. I hope it's got a better payoff than this week,
Me
unfortunately.
too. I think
Yeah.
it will.
I think so
I
too.
think it will.
Well, it won an award, so it's got to have something to do it.
Yes.
It's got to be doing something right.
Yep.
Yay! Well, thank you so much for joining us, everybody. This episode was brought to you by our executive producer, Ichabod. We hope you enjoyed your Horror-Gasm as much as we did. Please don't forget to rate, download, and subscribe. Also, like and follow us on Facebook at Horror-Gasm Podcast, Instagram at Horror-Gasm, Twitter at Gasm Horror, and YouTube at the Horror-Gasm Podcast. If you have a movie you'd like us to review, this is always the best way to let us know. We hope to see you again next week, because we have such sights to show you. Plenty of Horror-Gasms for you to experience. Bye!